Hello Capricorn, welcome to your reading for April 6th through to the 11th. It's going to be general, so please take the bits that resonate and leave the rest for someone else. And you're welcome, of course, to use your own intuition with the images on these cards. If some alternative meanings come up for you other than the ones that I'm offering, then please go with your own intuition, okay? All right, let's welcome in the archangels, ascendant masters, light beings, spirit guides, our higher selves, and any animal, ancestral, or dragon guides you may feel resonant with, Capricorn. Let's see what's going to jump out here. The Three of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, the Eight of Wands. So there could be something here at the moment. That was the Ten of Cups, by the way. There could be something about a collaborative energy here given by the Three of Pentacles, a creative collaborative energy. There's something about this that you are, maybe you're taking a break from it for whatever reason. We'll talk about these other two in a moment. I'm just going to grab... So this has sort of happened recently where you're kind of just pulling back on involvement, or maybe that collaborative energy has been very busy, so you're kind of doing some quiet time for reflection, maybe just rejuvenation time. Queen of Cups at the moment, so you're going within. You know, thinking about your spirituality, your intuition, your creativity at the moment. I think those two wanted to come out. Okay, we've got another one there as well. Right, let's go 1, 2, 3. This is an extra. Right. So at the moment, Capricorn, you have the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups, which is interesting. It's fire and water. So there's something probably, you know, deeply maybe emotional or creative that you're thinking about, or an energy that you're feeling into. But there's also a very fiery kind of action energy as well. Maybe, yeah, these could be two people, could also be representing people in your life that maybe this person here is supporting or representing you, going within, activating your creativity, spirituality, or your intuition. And this could be someone else here who is inspiring you to activate that part of yourself which is passionate, you know, like outgoing, you know, can get things done, and also have some fun doing it as well. It's very like masculine and feminine energies, isn't it? So I think you might be feeling into both your masculine and feminine energies fairly strongly, Capricorn, at the moment. Underlying theme here is that Seven of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. I think you're going to be feeling as though you might be needing to create some boundaries in your life so that you can focus on something here that's going to provide you with a really great work-life balance. It's also going to provide you with a passionate focus, something that you're passionate about. Now it's interesting that we have this idea of feminine and masculine here. And I think maybe if you've been predominantly in like either, probably in a masculine mode, given that you're sort of chilling things down, you're slowing things down at the moment, I think you're going to be, this new balance here is going to be this new way of being here, which you're kind of, in your mind, you are carving out space and time and energy to move into this space which is of balance, you know, of your masculine aspect and your feminine. So it means that you're wanting a lifestyle or a life where you're going to be able to have the downtime when you need it, do something creative, spiritual, like involving the emotions and the thought and the feelings, okay? But then you're also going to be actively passionate and doing something out in the world as well. And maybe those two energies are going to combine in some way. It's interesting that there's blue and red in this image too. So it's like the fire and water. It's almost as though the fire element here is being used for you, Capricorn, in a way to sort of protect the water element, which kind of doesn't, if that makes sense. It's like we use our actions and things in order to guard and protect and to allow space and time for the other aspect to flourish. General direction moving forward is you have 8 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. So if you're feeling like things are slowing down at the moment, or that things are kind of not moving, it's okay, because 8 of Wands, things will get moving, you know, in their own due course, in their own due time. Things will get moving along quite well. And this is what you're moving towards here, Capricorn, the 10 of Cups, which is emotional, spiritual, and creative fulfillment. Okay, yeah, really awesome. And of course your intuition comes into that as well. Let's have a look at your outcome. 3 of Swords. We're also going to take those 2 3s off the top there. 3, and I'm just going to shuffle these. 3 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. And this is outcome. So I think you're going to be moving into a new collaborative energy that is going to be healing and uplifting for you. You know, that's an outcome. Right, hang on a moment. We'll just grab 2 more cards from this deck. 4 of Swords again, interesting, and the 4 of Wands. Okay, this is a little bit unprecedented. In your outcome, you have 2 3s. In your challenge, you have 2 4s. Okay, and this is saying something as well in the terms of numerology. So Capricorn, this is what we were talking about just a second ago, about the new collaborative energy that's going to be healing for you. The 3 of Swords. So there's something in your life that you are healing from, as many of us are. And I think at the moment there's this 3 of Pentacles here. There's actually a lot of fire transformation going on here, and it's almost like a volatile. It looks a little bit more like a potentially volatile situation, given that the fire that's sort of going on here with the actual pentacles, which is, yeah, unusual, but to depict in a pentacle energy to have lots of fire. But and I feel like you're taking a step back from this. Okay, you're sort of chilling out, and in your challenge you have that 4 of Swords and the 4 of Wands. So it's interesting. So while this is a very restful, probably a more like being on your own energy, just sort of rejuvenating yourself, this is more a collaborative celebratory energy. But maybe this is, you know, in your challenge, is that maybe there's something that you're not aware of, Capricorn, and that could be that it is possible to generate this energy whilst being in this state here. So, and maybe this is about, you know, you're tapping into your divine feminine here, contemplating your creativity, spirituality, and perhaps something to do around with the emotional realm. But you have that fire there, which is ready, which means that it's potentially transformative. Okay, fire is a very transformative element. So maybe you're going to be, and here we have the wands again, so the fire and air, this is air and fire. And whilst you're in this state, maybe this is going to help you to identify something that you are passionate about. Maybe it's a strategy or something that it's going to help you to tap into joy and happiness and a higher frequency, or a lightening of mood, lightening of energy, which may or may not be spending time with others, or it may be a bit of both. Or maybe this is about you going through a process where you're going to identify perhaps a group of people, or a way in which you can be that is high frequency. And I keep coming back to this collaborative energy, this creative collaborative thing. There's something creative, I think, that you're looking at here, Capricorn. This is in your outcome here, this creative collaboration. So yeah, in the challenge, sometimes it's things that are not, that you may or may not be aware of, okay? But it's just that this idea of meditation, that perhaps this is something you might not be aware of, the fact that meditation can actually lead to joy or to higher states of consciousness. That might be something that maybe you're looking into that experience, or maybe that's something you're wanting to experience, but you feel that there are obstacles, or that things are not, moving in that direction. Let's get some spirit guidance now. I've got my animal tarot here, so we'll see. Sometimes animals are quite cool. Here we have Six of Cups, little puppies. Okay, so this is inner child, which I think is bang on. This is talking about that new collaborative, creative energy, or spiritual energy, or something practical that you're going to be doing with others, I think, Capricorn. And this is activating your inner child. So it's going to be probably fun. So Spirit's saying, and maybe this is to do with, maybe puppies or animals or something like that. Maybe that's coming into it as well. Let's see what else has popped out here. And sixes are also numbers of harmony, peace, and balance. So Spirit's saying you're also be coming into that. Okay. Right, I'm going to take the Five of Wands off of the top there, because I had a whole stack of cards. Five of Wands. So once again, that transformative fire. And fire is a very active element. So Spirit's saying for you to be active, and to be open to learning new things, bouncing off of other people, stepping into challenges, and I guess if there are obstacles, looking at those and navigating them, or getting assistance with navigating the obstacles. Let's have a look here. Let me just want one to jump, actually. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can get one to jump. Well, we've had the Five of Cups come up here. And we're going to take the Queen of Pentacles as well. Sometimes we take 4 cards. So, Five of Cups. This can be like a challenge. And this is about focusing on the 3. It's about that energy of focusing on things that are not working rather than on new opportunities. So Spirit's saying that, whilst there's always this potential, it's also about, holding space for yourself and nurturing yourself, despite the fact that if at times, you might be focusing on the 3 spilt cups or the 3 broken cups here. These are little crickets too. So it's interesting that, it is possible for us to jump from one frequency to another. And maybe this is about, for you Capricorn, Spirit might be suggesting that in order to jump from a lower frequency up to a little bit of a higher frequency is to do it gradually. So, if you're feeling a bit down, it might be to jump up to the next level where you're kind of feeling neutral, and then jumping up a little bit where you're feeling, okay, this is cool. And then the next level where you're kind of feeling like, maybe happy, playful, maybe your Six of Cups energy or your Four of Wands energy, okay? And obviously, you're not going to be doing that every time you feel you're in low frequency, but, that's the Spirit suggestion there, is to say, maybe be like the cricket, like this, I think, don't know who it was, there's some martial artist, something like Little Cricket, I don't know. But it's like jumping, like, you know, being a frequency jumper. Maybe that's what this is about for you, Capricorn. And here we have the llama sitting there amongst the flowers, Queen of Pentacles. So grounding, Capricorn. Spirit saying for you to ground, be in nature, do the self-care, do self-nurturing, honor yourself, and to, you know, this is also a divine feminine energy along with the Queen of Cups. Is that, you know, whether we're male, female, or whatever gender we are, we can always benefit from grounding and really connecting to Gaia's consciousness. The frequency of Gaia is very supportive and very healing, which is also going to be useful for you, Capricorn, given that you have this outcome here, which is healing collaborative energy that you're going to be moving into. Let's have a look. We're going to grab you an oracle as well, out of the holistic oracle. And here we have knowledge. It says here, which is a picture of a tree, which is pretty cool. I seek out and learn from the knowledge that is always opening up before me in the form of books, conversations, seminars, and workshops, and collaborative energies of others, the wisdom and knowledge and experience of others. Okay. With new insights, I awaken to my true potential. And that could be something here, Capricorn, that you're tapping into. I mean, not only are you awakening into your potential, you're literally, you know, moving forward into this 10 of Cups, which is spiritual, creative, and emotional fulfillment. Okay. And, you know, also this underlying theme of creating beautiful work-life balance, but also a balance of activating your feminine and masculine aspects. You are the cardinal earth sign, so my guess, which could be way off, is that maybe you are, you could predominantly be in like the masculine type of mode, or the projective energy, where you are initiating things and making decisions and being the instigator and the, you know, the initiator. And offering or giving out, okay? But this is about balancing that with some receiving, okay? Activating this divine feminine here. And maybe you're feeling into this. This is kind of your current energy at the moment. And we did say that, you know, the masculine, this is the cardinal, and here is the, you know, the mutable or the receptive, and the female, the feminine, you know, so-called feminine energy that is more receptive. And I feel this is, you know, this could be an energy that you are, you know, moving into more so. Let's look at the bottoms of the decks. Page of Swords, yep, getting curious. With our knowledge here, it was about opening to new ideas, new, perhaps you're forming some new beliefs here as well, Capricorn. Communicating, whatever it is you need to communicate. But being open to new ideas, new concepts, new values and beliefs even for yourself. And here we have the Fool, which is awesome. Also a picture of an oak tree, like a nature image. And I think this is about you really believing in yourself, trusting yourself, that, you know, whatever was, you know, going on here that you've needed to pull away from, you've listened to your intuition to do that. And it's about honoring that, believing that, you know, we are really our own best guide and we are the experts in our own lives. So as you are, Capricorn. So full, you know, trusting yourself, activating inner child, stepping out, and yeah, awesome. Two of Cups, yep, coming into greater connection, understanding and awareness of self, but once again, this theme of feminine and masculine, this projective and receptive aspects of yourself coming together in a harmonious way. And here they are, you know, having a drink together. So that could be a theme for you as well, Capricorn. But that could also be saying that maybe you're going to meet and get along with someone very well that's going to feel really resonant, maybe a business partner, friendship, or even romantic connection. Seven of Swords. And this is, you know, this is definitely that reorienting of values. So it's about taking the ideas and beliefs and values, extracting the ones from your life and from within you, that you feel are resonant, that are going to help you to move forward, and leaving the ones that are not resonant or that are no longer assisting you, leaving those values and beliefs behind. And this is, you know, part of your Page of Swords here, but it could also be part of the healing process here. Okay, maybe there's 3 swords, or maybe there's, you know, like three aspects, or 3 beliefs, or 3 thought forms, or 3 ideas that you've become fairly associated with, and maybe you're identifying those now and you're sort of letting them go one by one. But yeah, the 7 is about, you know, moving forward. I think it's leaving 3 behind and taking 4 forward, something like that. But, you know, numbers are not important. It's more about, you know, your the fact that, you know, sometimes we need to shed ideas and beliefs in order to make way for new ones. Let's just have a look at the bottom of the deck here, and it says God. Okay, and here we have the two things again. It says here, God is a name for the ultimate source of the power of creation in the entire universe, consciousness itself. I am one with God, body and soul, through the infinite power of love. And this is basically, yeah, this is like the healing process, the love and the connection that can be formed, created, which is always there, but it can be more fully realized when you are activating your feminine and masculine aspects here, Capricorn, because they are both those aspects are part of your soul. Okay, your soul energy, and it's all about loving all those parts of you and bringing them together in a harmonious way. So yeah, I think we might wrap it up there for you, Capricorn. I hope that's been helpful, and yeah, I look forward to your next reading. In the meantime, have a great day, a fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.